Disney recently announced that they are buying Lucasfilms for $4 billion. Now what that really means is that they are buying Star Wars for $4 billion. Over the past few years, we've seen Disney have this new strategy of buying up studios that have great properties and of exploiting those properties to make new and creative content. They're also, of course, bringing all the smart people who come with those properties. So in this case, they'll have George Lucas consulting. Kathleen Kennedy, who's taken over as the co-CEO, will be the president of Lucasfilms. We saw them do this back in 2010 with Marvel. That was a company that had, obviously, a ton of property to mine. And that's how we saw the Avengers, where we have Iron Man and Thor, and Captain America and the Hulk all joining forces to fight, and Black Widow, of course. Now, each of those can get a standalone movie and sequels. There's plenty of other superheroes in the Marvel world that they haven't exploited yet. I'm not joking when I say an Ant-Man movie is on the way. Disney wants to do a very similar thing with Star Wars. So the first thing we're going to see is a new Star Wars movie. Yes, it's true. In 2015, Disney's big tentpole film is going to be the next Star Wars movie. Now, is this a good idea or a bad idea? I think it's debatable. The last 3 Star Wars movies were not huge hits with the fans, although they did make a lot of money. Phantom Menace was the highest grossing Star Wars film on a non-adjusted basis. So of course, there's the potential to make a lot of money here, even if the films aren't great. But even beyond just continuing the saga and telling new tales about Luke and Leia and Anakin and all of those people who we've come to love, they are also going to mine the vast world of Star Wars characters. So maybe we see Han Solo's backstory, or we learn more about Lando Calrissian, or we see a whole story with Wookiees. Who knows? There's no end to what they can do with this world. They can then exploit it for their theme parks. We're going to see a lot of books. We're going to see a lot of merchandise of a property that's already merchandised as much as almost any property out there, plus TV shows. Star Wars is a boy property. And up until now, Disney has been thin on boy properties. They had Cars, which has always done well with boys, and now, of course, the Marvel characters. Star Wars gives them another really strong property to sell to boys, and that's important. They've got the princesses, girls love Disney, no problem there. But Disney has a whole entire TV channel dedicated to boys, Disney XD. That'll end up with a lot of Star Wars content. $4 billion is a lot of money for Lucasfilm. It's a lot of money for a property that's frankly pretty old. But I say, don't bet against Disney. They've been making a lot of smart bets, and it looks like this is just another one in a line of really good decisions.